All right, guys, I hope you hear me well. Welcome back to this live session with the amazing advisor, the amazing startup advisor, Riley. Let me know if you hear me well. Get into that little comment section and drop me a little message. We're back. I'm exhausted, but I'll explain you why during this episode. But this is Friday. This is not any kind of day of the week. And Friday is the special live day because I have a special sidekick. He's not a guest anymore. He used to be a guest. But man, we have to be real. This man cannot be a guest in this Friday live session. He is my co-host, or I should say I am his co-host. Without further ado, please welcome the amazing French, the amazing Jay, the man that gets the results, the man that brings the results in the company's Justin Results. Yo, my man.
Yeah, good to see you, Riley. Thanks for having me, brother. And yeah, glad you made it safely back from your travels.
17 hours. It took me 17 hours to get back. Can you hear me well? Because the AC is on. I want to make sure there's not too much noise.
Yeah, the AC is pretty loud. Yeah, so
I'll shut it down for this episode. But man, glad to be back with you. Glad to be back on video. We had a killer Spaces. Was it yesterday? Man, I'm completely zapped. When was our last Spaces?
yeah, I think you were on like a day or two ago, and yeah, you were on fire, man. And I know you were doing some consulting in is it Saudi Arabia or another, yeah. So man, it's like, yeah, I saw your picture in the boardroom, and yeah, the transformations that your clients are getting, and that's what it's all about, guys. And it fuels us, right? Like we get excited. I know Riley's the same way. Like we get excited when our clients are getting great results, right? And they're happy. And I mean, this happens a lot for me because they've worked with a lot of other marketing people, and it just leaves a sour taste in their mouth when they're not getting the results, right? They're spending money on agencies and all this stuff, and they're just like, man, what makes Justin and his team any different, or what makes Riley any different? And it's like, we have our track record, right? We have our blueprints, we have our frameworks, we have our systems, right? So when you have a system that works, it's all about templatizing that system and then just dropping it into another business. And it works, right? This is why you have to rely on systems, on templates, on blueprints, on proven strategies that work. And yeah, like that just comes with time and expertise. And yeah, it's a great feeling. There's no better feeling in the world when you're getting paid what you're worth, right? And your clients are happy, and it's a win-win all around, right? They're getting the outcomes, they're happy, they're getting the revenue, and yeah, that's what it's all about. And I had this recent situation where this company that I took on in December through one of my clients, it's like a shared account, and through another agency, and they were just declining, and we flew in, I did the audit, and I identified a lot of gaps and wasted ad spend and fill in the blank, right? And so we built the system, we rebuilt it from the ground up, got the engine working again, and then now we just put the content into the engine, which is the oil, right? Your oil at the end of the day is just content, right? So you're putting in content that gets people to move, that gets people to take action. You have a compelling offer, and then after 90 days, guess what? The revenue starts going up, the cost per lead goes down, things become more efficient, and they're like, wow, this is great, Justin. And then they're like, oh, we're going to do a rebrand now. Okay, great. All right, let's do it. So, this is how it works, right? You got to roll with, what the client wants. You find out what they want, you go and get it, and you give it to them. And we help navigate, along the way. So yeah, it's just a great feeling to get results. I don't know about you, Riley. I'm sure you share that sentiment, but
Yeah, you know what? It's funny you say that let me bring a little bit of literature in this conversation. Do you know what is the word that is the exact opposite of jealousy? I'm gonna write it in the chat for everyone to learn this one. Have you ever heard of that word? The opposite of jealousy.
I don't know which word.
So it's called. I discovered this word 2 years ago. It's called compersion. Compersion is the exact opposite of jealousy. And what I feel for my clients is compersion. So when they succeed, I'm not jealous about their success. I'm actually the opposite. I'm probably as happy as they are, if not more happy than them about their success, right? And so I think in the business, in the serve business, and like you love to say serve, we need to serve in the business. In the serve business, you need to learn compersion. You need to learn the opposite of jealousy when you bringing success to your client, or when your client are just succeeding. And sometimes you don't have to be involved in that, right? Compersion, develop that compersion.
Yeah, I had to look that up. And yeah, it's compersion is the empathetic feeling of joy or happiness that arises when witnessing a partner experience joy. So yeah, I love that, Riley. I love that. And yeah, and today let's just highlight a couple highlights about today. Like, so today is the IPO of SpaceX. And
Yeah, it's
it's taking the
crazy.
world by storm. I mean, Elon Musk is the first trillionaire based on this IPO, and a lot of people have become millionaires that work at SpaceX. Like, very traditionally like low level titles, like they're very successful now, like a big handful of them, because they've been with the company for like 10 plus years, like even a welder. And very, so I was reading some of the stories, but that's a great feeling when you can help create value in a company and have equity and participate in that equity. And so yeah, it's like that's the best feeling when you can help contribute to team members' successes by financial incentives and that equity stock. And here it is today. It's IPO day, and it's also the second day of World Cup. So there's a lot of big things going on globally here. The IPO, SpaceX, trillionaire Elon Musk, all the value that he's created for his shareholders over the years and continues to create, and they're on an upward trajectory from here on out. And then also the World Cup. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. And you got Riley and Justin, myself here, ready to share with you guys another sales and marketing masterclass every Friday. We're aiming to do these lives every Friday. And truth be told, I still haven't gotten the short clips over yet, Riley, to you. And the reason why is because I'm trying to close my next high ticket deal first before I get the paid subscription of Opus Clip. Okay, I'm waiting for that. I have proposals out there right now, and I'm trying to close another high ticket deal. And then once that happens, I'm upgrading my membership to Claude to the $100 max. I'm purchasing Opus Clip, and I'm signing up for Riley's program. So those 3 tasks are on my to-do list. Okay, guys. So just to share with you in all transparency, once I close my next high ticket client, boom, I'm signing up. Boom. So that's where we're at. But yeah, a lot of global things going on right now, and it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time to be alive, to be able to live in a world where AI is here, and it's really an amplifier. But just be wary that, hey, token usage is going to continue to go up. Supply and demand. There's only so much compute power out there. That's why they're building a lot of data centers. And yeah, don't forget to optimize for people. Okay, like we like to optimize our systems for processes, productivity, but we got to optimize also for people. And again, people buy from people. AI is not buying things just yet, unless you talk to Alexa. But let's not forget those fundamentals. So yeah,
Clip that. Clip that. Yeah, sorry. I always like to say clip that so that the people building very short content can notice that. I love what you just said. People buy from people. At the end of the day, you help with people's problems, maybe in 5-10 years we'll help AI problems. But right now, for the end of this year, we're helping people and we're helping them with their problems. So you have to have the end user and the end customer in mind. So I love that you said that 2 days ago in the spaces. And as a quick shameless plug, if you're watching this today in video and you love it, there's an audio format every single day of the week. It's hosted by Justin. It's at 6:45 Pacific time. I believe it's 9:45 EST. It's essentially a masterclass in public every single day of the week. He never missed a single episode. That's it. I had to put it for you out there, Justin. I want to talk about. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I share with you, like,
Sure.
I was, because I want to share with people, like, let me share my screen, because this is, this is what we're building in public together here. Like, and I just want to be very clear that this is about me. It's not about we. Okay. It's about we. And so I just want to share with you the data, because I'm a data guy, right? I'm a data guy. So, and before I went live on Spaces, like, Spaces wasn't really, it just got started, like, I think like 3 years ago or something. But, so I participated in 1,043 spaces. Okay. Audio spaces. I've hosted 523. That's over a year, like 365 days in a year. Right. So I've, hosted more spaces, and then we have 148 live participants on average. That's our average live participants. And these are people, again, these are high-level operators who are building in public. They're growing their agency, they're growing their business, and it's all around sales and marketing mastery. And think of them as live masterminds and live MBA masterclasses. That's what it's all about. And so, yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys the numbers here and the commitment, right? Everything starts with environment and commitment. And yeah, we committed to a second year here. So this is our second year of hosting spaces Monday through Friday. And sometimes when I'm not available, I have a backup co-host who can back me up just to make sure we keep that momentum going. Because one of the biggest things that you can have going for you as a founder is, and especially around your marketing, is momentum. Once that momentum gets going, that flywheel gets going, from the book Good to Great by Jim Collins, one of my favorite business books. If you haven't read it, highly encourage you to read it. It really dissects what makes leaders go from good to great. And there's a lot of characteristics that you can pick up on that. So, and yeah, drop your questions in the chat. We'd love to hear about them. And yeah, you got me and Riley here for the next, 15, 20 minutes here. And we'd love to answer your questions. So yeah, back over to you, Riley. You're muted.
Sorry, I'm used to that. Yeah, so two things. I want to share a story that happened today, that happened to me today, like an hour ago. But before I dive into this story, I would love to get your take on the following topic, Justin. So you mentioned today's crazy because there's the SpaceX IPO, there's the World Cup. That's a lot of stuff happening out there. Sometimes it's a lot of distractions, and while that stuff is happening like out there, you and I are being active. We are creating content, not consuming content. And I would like to get your marketing mind on that. A lot of distractions, and people are consuming more than they are creating. Is that a good thing in the marketing world?
Yeah, so that's a great lead in. So I have there's three, this is a 3 C's framework. I'm all big on frameworks and, templates, blueprints, right? So there's the 3 C's framework here. So there's 3 types of creators, right? There's the consumer, which, they're consuming content, they're buying stuff, so people fall into 3 different categories. The first category is a consumer, and we're all consumers, right? We're all fall under that umbrella. And then the second type of C is there's creators. So you're actually creating content actively, and you got to be doing this every day. Our good buddy, Jim, the Lazy Canadian, he's on X. He shared with us that he created 5 to 10 videos a day for 2 years on TikTok and Instagram. and now he's generating $30,000 a month. And he's generated a large following, but he funneled all that attention into his email list, and then he created a free webinar, and then he asked people, hey, what do you want? And they said, hey, write a book. So he pre-sold the book, generating revenue there, but then he has an ongoing monthly community where people pay him $50 a month to have access to him, and that's where the $30,000 a month comes in. So again, he was a creator, right? He created video content, short form video. And if you're not doing short form video now, like you have to be doing it. It's just that's the biggest opportunity right now is short form video to really get attention, to grow a following. And yeah, so again, consumers, creators, and then curators. So what are curators? So curators are basically curating various forms of content and organizing it in a way that's digestible and simple for people to, get those teachable points in the content. And this can be videos, right? So you can be summarizing the news for the day, right? So you're curating content from different sources, but then you're presenting it in your own style under your brand. And so this is very powerful. I know Christelle, she's a community member. She has a Wednesday newsletter that curates all the top AI news for the week and the latest and greatest. So I look at that. It takes me 2 minutes to go through. I got my high points for the day, and it's really handy. So shout out to Christelle. I really love the way that she's curating the content. And you can automate some of this too, right? You can automate some of your curating of your content, and you can automate some of your content creation like I do. I take one audio file and turn it into a text file, and then I take the text, put it into Claude, and then I get 14 pieces of content based on that audio file, right? Our daily spaces turn into content. So use AI, use the tools to automate, semi-automate it. And then obviously there's consumers. And believe it or not, if you look at the numbers, the creators who are creating content frequently, majority of people are very passive, right? And they're just consuming content. And you can really get into like the top, 5% of creators by just creating content frequently and staying consistent. Now there's people who have done this for like years, and, they've developed a large following, and yeah, so it's like, it takes time, right, to grow organically. But it can be done. So you got to make sure you're creating content. So consumers, creators, and curators. So yeah, hopefully that made sense. And yeah, back over to you, Riley.
Love it. I made you full screen so we can clip that and you get some nice content. I'm being your VA right now. That is cool. 100% agree. 100% agree. I want to share a little bit of something. This is completely improvised, guys, but this is what I love about this format with Justin, is that we can improvise stuff, and if it fails, it fails. Justin, I want to share something with you. I want to share a short podcast episode that I did. I want you to listen to it for a second, and then I'm going to ask you something. Let me see how I can do this properly. Screen sharing, window, this one. Let me just go full screen. It's gonna be easier. Sorry, guys.
Make sure you drop your questions in the comments, please, so we can get to those. Right? If you guys have 100%. Any questions for Riley and 100%. Myself, we're here to answer them. So
yeah, Justin, let me know if you can get the audio when I'm playing it.
Okay.
Let me just hide that. Just give me a thumbs up if you're here. Okay, you don't get it, so let me maybe use Chrome. The URL
and you may for StreamYard, you may have to share the tab and then check a box that says share audio.
Yeah, so, probably. Let me just get the link. Copy the link to the episode. Let me go on Chrome. Let me put it on Chrome. Let me put it here. Because I really want to show you something. If it works, I think you're going to love it. Let's do it again. Delete. Let me bring this back up. Share a Chrome tab. This one. Okay. Can you see it? Yes, you can see it. So I'm gonna play. Let me know if you can hear it. Hey, startup chefs. Remember the live stream I told you about last week? The one where my plan died in just 4 minutes? Well, I didn't tell you the complete story. I left out the best part. When I hit the live button, the 2 friends who'd been nagging me for a month to start, they showed up with 38 other. Okay, let me pause it here. Question for you, Justin. How is the quality of that audio file?
Yeah, it's fine. I can hear it perfectly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fine.
It's fine, right?
Yes.
Can you guess what I used to create this podcast episode?
Your phone.
I sort of teased you with my professional podcast microphone. I actually recorded it with my iPhone SE.
Wow.
This is a $150 phone because I'm not a phone guy. I do everything on my MacBook Pro, so I invest a lot on my MacBook Pro. But I don't like phones. So that probably $200. I probably paid $200 for that phone. Instead of using this, which is like a $400 microphone that I used because I was traveling, I couldn't carry this with me. Last time at the airport, they thought it was a weapon in my luggage. Because like when it's like that, it looks like something you could punch people with, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, shit, okay, I don't want to carry it, and I'm afraid of damaging it. So I said, you know what? I talked to a friend of mine who's a music producer, and he said, man, you can produce studio quality audio with an iPhone and with a basic iPhone, because all you need is a good iPhone and like isolation. So basically be talking like this. And so what I did, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a try. So I switched into the voice memo and I speak directly into the microphone. And then I put it into Adobe podcast something that clears the noise, and I got that smooth voice. Right?
Yeah, that's solid.
And so what I'm trying to say is, for you guys who are thinking, yeah, but man, I don't have the right gear, I don't have the cool phone, I don't have the HD camera, I don't have the high definition microphone, whatever, the light and stuff like that. Hey, this records really good sound. You open Google Slides and you can create the slides and you can export that into a video. So you can make a full YouTube video out of this. And you know what? I'm actually gonna show you. Boom, let me pop out my YouTube channel. Because what I do is I started a newsletter because like a guy named Justin said, yeah, you need to do newsletters and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, I just give it a try. I started newsletters. And so I thought, well, I just wrote that story on my newsletter. Why not just making it also an audio newsletter for people who like to listen like me? So in my newsletter, there's the first or the second sentence is the link to the audio version so people can listen to it. And then I thought, wait, I have an audio. Why I just don't make a video out of it? So let me show you. Let me show you this. Boom. Check, share screen. There you go. You know what? Let me actually show you exactly the story that I showed you the audio before. Yeah, that's the one. Just ship it. Can you
Hey,
see?
startup
Yeah.
chefs.
Yeah, that's
Remember
cool.
the live stream I told you about last week? The one where my plan died in just 4 minutes? Well, I didn't tell you the complete story. I left out the best part. When I
is
hit
so
the live
good.
button, the 2 friends who'd been nagging me for a month to start, they showed up with 38 other people. That's 40 in total, and I had people I've never heard of.
Let me just pause it just so you guys can see it's exactly the same audio.
Yeah, and how are you getting those graphics like in there? Is that Opus Clip or what are you doing? That's cool. That's cool.
So, you know what we're gonna do? I think we should do a special episode so I can show you how I go from my newsletter to a good quality audio to this nice video. And I can tell you this one, I've actually haven't built it. This is fully automated. I'm using a tool, but you can do it by hands. I used to do that. You just open Keynote or PowerPoint, and you create the slides and animation on top of the audio, and then you got it. But that's basically what I do with it.
People have,
and so
that's brilliant, Riley. I love it, man. I love it because there's plenty of times where I'm like, hey, I don't have I have the audio, but I don't have the graphics and the stuff to go with it. So it's like I just upload the audio, but man, then you can repurpose it onto YouTube in long form. And dude, yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah. And so what I do now is I even like do conversations with friends, and sometimes when we think like that we're getting onto something, one of us just hit the record button. Like if you're calling from an iPhone, now you have this option. During the call, you can actually click on a button and it records the call, right? It creates a voice memo. So you have a conversation with a friend and then you have aspirations. Boom! You say, wait a minute, hold that thought for a second. Hit the record button and then record that and make content out of it, right?
Yeah, shout out to Michael Dolly Jr. there. Michael Dolly Jr., salute you, man. Yeah, an AI systems guy. So good to see you, Michael. And he's created some awesome music, some audios for the Revenue Ronin movement. So thank you, Michael. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you're well, and you and the wife are doing well. And yeah, I want to highlight on something, because look, at the end of the day, Riley, there's two types of people, right? There's two types of people. So there's the person who they got to have everything set up. They're the perfectionist, right? Where they got to have the $400 mic, the high definition camera. They got to have, their slides ready to go. Everything's got to be perfect, right? But perfectionism can cause paralysis. And when you're in startup mode, when you're like, and look, after you're doing $1 million or $2 million a year and you're netting like, 300K, 400K, okay, then you can do the perfection stuff. But until you're to that point, you need to just ship. You need to put stuff out there. Right? Unpolished. It's okay. Just get it out there. And the same thing applies for like people I see at the gym, right? Where it's like they got their headphones, they got their gym bag, they got their jump rope over here, they got their pre-workout sitting here, they got, their friend who's going to be videoing them there. It's like, move aside, guys. I'm working out. Okay? Yeah. Move out of the way. I'm doing my workout. Okay? I got my headphones in and boom, I'm working out. Okay, you don't need to overcomplicate. Just get stuff done, even if it's unpolished, even if it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Just put the content out there. So there's two types of people. Again, there's the perfectionists, but then there's the people who just take action. And to build on that point, I got something special to share now because everyone's going to get blown away at this. Okay, we're tapping into the Wayback Machine right now. Okay, stick with me for a second. We're going to the Wayback Machine. Okay, so let me show you. This is me 16 years ago. Okay, 16 years ago, and I want you to listen, and I want you to see what you pick up on. Okay, so let's go. Hey everyone, it's Justin R. French with today's 60-second social media MBA. Today's topic is sharing is caring. Okay, sharing is caring. So we all know with social media that we all have, expertise in a certain area, and there's so much valuable content on the internet now with blogging, with Twitter, with Facebook, with friends that we've come to know and like and trust on the internet. So if we see a piece of content that's valuable, that we think that our community is going to like and find interesting, then we want to share that content with our community. And that's why the retweet feature on Twitter is very powerful, because that blog post can go viral, and if it's very influential and very informational and educational and adds value, then that piece of content has the potential to go viral. So that's why you want to write good quality content that's very educational and informational. So again, sharing is caring is today's topic. That's what social media is about. Sharing is caring. Sharing with the community, caring about the community. And we'll see you guys tomorrow on tomorrow's 60-second social media MBA. Thank you. So just imagine if I had kept going 16 years ago. I was 29 years old. Okay, Riley? I was 29 years old. Just imagine if I had kept going. I was doing these every single day, these videos, right? And I was on X, Twitter back then. And the reason why, what's going on, Sharon? Happy Friday. Good to see you. Sharon. Yes, I love Sharon. She's great.
Sharon, if you ever want to sit next to us, let us know. We'll give you the link. Shannon is amazing. Follow her on X. She talks about AI. She really nails it all the time. Sorry, Justin, I cut you off.
Yeah, no, we got to recognize our people first and foremost.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so if I had kept up that momentum, and look, I'll be honest, like, you guys know why I've been going so hard for the last 2.5 years. It's because, look, I stopped the momentum I had created and with my personal brand. And, I was working in corporate, working in my agency. So I was working in corporate. And even while I worked in corporate, I had my own agency. So, but I just put my personal brand on hold and my email list on hold. And so, but I'm not doing that anymore, right? I'm not doing that anymore. After the 5th layoff, it's like, I'm all in. I'm 1,000%. I can get a job offer on Monday. Okay. Like, I'll still be doing this. Okay. I'll still be showing up. That's why I positioned the time frame at 6:45 a.m. Pacific for the show. So no matter what, I don't miss my show. We build the brand. We're building $1 million brand in public together. All of us here, Riley, Sharon, myself, Michael, like we're building $1 million brand in public, and we're all going together, right? We all want to be bringing in 10, 20K a month as the bare minimum. That's the minimum. And yeah, that's what it's all about. We're leveling up together. So 16 years, man, I can't believe that. But yeah, back to you, Riley.
Justin, let me rebound onto what you just showed us, because I hear this all the time. But yeah, my life is busy. I don't have time to create content. I don't have space to shoot videos and stuff like that. Let me show you guys 2 examples of what I did last year. Example number 1.
Your SaaS also or for your agency in a saturated market. So first of all, saturated market is not a bad thing. The really good thing about a saturated market is that you have a proof of demand, as opposed to when you're creating something where there's no market.
I'm in an airplane. There are people sitting next to me and I'm making a video, and if I just get the video rolling, you'll see like the flying crew, they're just passing through me. Sometimes they pop into the video, they say hi, they give me thumbs up and stuff like that. Nobody gives a shit. At best, they're curious and they're asking me, oh, what are those videos and how are you doing these kind of things? And so I'm flying a lot between North America and Europe, and like now all the way to Middle East. These are 6-7 hour flights. I don't have internet most of the times. Like, Starlink is not there everywhere. So for me, that's like 4 to 6 hours where I can get focused and get content out. So writing the content, shooting the content, editing the content. And now here's the stuff. I actually went one level beyond that. Let me show you another video. This one I'm probably gonna put the entire video so you can watch it.
You cannot improve what you don't
I'm gonna hide the
measure.
title.
My name is Riley Rilesigny. I'm the startup advisor, and yes, I'm making a video in the toilet of an airplane above the Atlantic. I'm dedicated to bring you value. I'm dedicated to bring you knowledge. So you cannot improve what you don't measure. So check this out. I was doing a check-in consulting session with one of my clients. It was the first time we did a consulting session, so I got him into
Boom. Hey, I was in the toilet of the airplane, and it was so funny because in the middle of the video, and you can't hear that because I edited the audio, but in the middle of the video, the toilet next to me, the guy flushed his toilet, and it was just super loud in the video. Luckily, like the microphone captured it well, so I was able to remove it. But man, I shot videos in the toilet of an airplane. Like, what's your excuse?
That's dedication to the craft right there, guys. If that doesn't show you, like, you know, what's possible and doing whatever it takes to capture those content, capture those ideas, like, I don't know. I got nothing else for you. Like, that's next level, Riley. So yeah, man. Yeah, because look, we're so inspired. We get these times where, man, we just gotta share, right? We gotta, and that's why, like, believe it or not, I don't share this very often, but Spaces for me is like therapy, because I can go on there and I can just share, like, hey, here's what's going on right now in the business world for me. Here's what's showing up for me, and I'd love to hear from you guys on, you know, how you would navigate this situation. And then people weigh in. You know, Sharon weighs in, Riley weighs in, Will, Christelle, John Carlos. You know, we're all sharing, we're all masterminding. And what happens is we all level up together, right? Birds of a feather flock together, and all ships rise together in a rising tide. And this is why your network is in direct correlation to your net worth. And so make sure you're capturing this content, these little inspirations, these little, I mean, man, I mean, Riley's, you know, there's no excuses, guys. Like, he's on a plane flying, and you can literally see, like, people around him, and he's still capturing, creating content. Because again, that's the oil for the engine. And as long as you just keep creating content for a long period of time, you know, good things will happen. Brand deals, right? There's so many benefits to creating content, and you never know what's going to resonate with people. And so just keep creating content, and get those brand deals, and get those you know, numbers up, you know, metrics, and then you can go and present to a brand and say, this is how I've landed brand deals with multiple companies. ClickUp, Virtual Synergy, Play. I'm working on another one right now. Shout out to Buffer. I really want to get Buffer as a brand sponsor. So Buffer, if you're listening, please hit me up in DMs. But yeah, like, you show them the metrics, you show them, you know, this is the traction that I'm getting with our audience. You know, I'd love to have you as a brand sponsor, and up and away we go.
100%.
So yeah, Sharon, for the feedback, and thank you, Michael. Really appreciate you guys. And yeah, it's Friday. You know, a little bit of a flexible schedule here, so it's good that we can connect here, Riley. I know you're probably exhausted from traveling, but I appreciate you starting live and, you know, being a run in and pushing through here. So yeah, some good content.
Nah, I love it. You know, that activity, for me, there are two kinds of activities. There are energy gainers and energy drainers. And this one is an energy gainer. I always exit those lives with more energy than when I was in. That's why I just started with my fire glasses right away, because I was like, boom. I just got from a 17-hour trip from all across the world. I landed. I sent you a message. I was like, hey, Justin, I just exited the airport. Just give me an hour and I'm home, and we go live. But you see, like, I was hyped about it. So yeah, content.
I got something I want to grab real quick. I'll be right back. You're gonna love it. I'll be right back, Riley.
Okay. Go. Ooh, what is he gonna get us? I'm scared. Maybe I should just, like, get those glasses. All right, we need to tune it down a little bit, because this is gonna be nuts. What is he getting? Yeah, if you're watching this is live. I mean, if you're watching it live, drop your questions. We want this to be your live masterclass, so you can leave this session with answers to your question. Oh, all right. Yes, we have it both.
Great minds think alike here. So you have Riley and his book on the shelf, his jobs book, and I got mine here, the jobs book. And I actually rewatched this video when I was in recovery from my heart surgery. I had an ablation. I'll let you look it up. But yeah, man, this is a great book, great movie.
I love it.
yeah, a lot of great learnings from Steve Jobs, man. And you know, he was like a Ronin, man. I mean, he got fired from his own company, and then he had to come back and bring it back. So, yeah, a lot of teachings from the book, and and yeah, may he rest in peace. He's a huge inspiration for a lot of business people. So great minds think alike, Riley. You know, we both got our books.
We got our books. We got our J books. Yeah. No, no, I love it. I love it. Yeah. So, yeah, Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs is definitely an amazing inspiration. The entire story, his life
So,
is super
so
inspiring.
who's your team for the World Cup? Is it France? Because you're part French, right? Are
Yeah.
you
Yeah. I'm French.
French
I'm French.
Canadian? French Canadian, right?
No, I'm French. I'm French. Period.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So your
Yes.
team is France, then, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
I have a workshop next week in San Francisco, and apparently the day I'm facilitating the workshop, France is playing. So I'm wondering if I'm not gonna bring my France T-shirt throughout the workshop, because I'm gonna hear some folks having a good time there. Man, San Francisco, and I won't have time to drop by San Diego because I think I have to travel the week after. But otherwise, I would have gone south to catch up with you. But I want to share a story that happened to me today, like 2 hours ago, and I think it's just beautiful. Before I share the story, if you're watching this guy live, drop your questions, say hello. We have a marketing killer just here that can give you some insights, and that's gonna save you a $600 an hour consultation. So use it. Use it. This guy's here for that right now, and it's not gonna be for long because this is already 45 minutes in this live. So hurry up. So my story, Justin. Listen, I just got off the airport, and I was about to commute back home, and a lady hollered at me because she was trying to get like a bus ticket to go from the airport to downtown. And so she asked me, "Hey, how can you help me with the stuff? Because I'm not from here. I don't know how it operates." And I help her out, and we end up just commuting downtown together. And man, she is a former 3 times Olympic track runner. She's a sports TV host in Canada. And then she asked me what I do, and I tell her what I do, and she's like, "Whoa, we need to talk." And I didn't know at the time she was an Olympian. And then when she tells me that she's a 3 times Olympian track runner, I'm like, whoa, I need you on my podcast. Do you know what she says? Hell yeah. She takes my Instagram. She says, "Yeah, I'm gonna come on your podcast." I said, I want the world to hear your story, and I know I can take some of the lessons and apply it to the business world. Because professional athletes are professional business people, right? And she says, "Yes." We took a couple of selfies. We have a really cool conversation. And moral of the story, that happened in the real life, in the real world. Talking with people, being open, that's how you can meet incredible people all around the world. I wanted to share this with you today, Justin.
Wow, Riley, that's powerful, man. That's powerful. And yeah, like when we connect with people through conversations open doors, as my buddy Dan Ryan and fellow Ronin would say. He had that on his banner for a long time. And yeah, who would have thought, like, you know, you met somebody of that caliber, and they're open to, you know, a podcast interview with you, which is amazing. And you're the perfect guy for it. And yeah, we all have stories to tell, and we all have stories to share. And so all we need is a platform to be able to share those stories. And, you know, you never know, you know, what that can turn into, those collaborations. And so, yeah. Yeah. And then something on the athlete side. So I've done a lot of events with former athletes who, you know, they're used to winning, right? Like all they know is winning, right? Whether it's the track star or the football star or fill in the blank, right? Baseball star. Like these are people that are really used to winning at a high level. And then when they get into the business world, and there's a lot of transferable, things about winning in business, but what they realize is that it's different. It's different. It's more challenging at times, right? Because you think, oh yeah, this person was a former athlete, they can turn this business and really make a great business, but their aspirations are high, but sometimes they get let down by realities of the business landscape. They're not getting product to market fit, or fill in the blank. They didn't get enough traction, they didn't get enough funding, or fill in the blank, right? Usually it's it all comes down to revenue. Are we gaining clients? Are we bringing in more revenue, or are we not? And so they have a challenge with realizing and navigating the business world compared to the sports world. There are a lot of similarities, right? But what I've seen is that it can be challenging. It can be multiple businesses, right? They can have, they can go. I mean, look at Shaq as a prime example of someone that's mastered it, and he has an MBA as well in business, and he's been able to really leverage his brand accordingly, from taking his successful career in basketball in the NBA and translating that to a lot of brand deals, business ventures. I mean, fill in the blank, right? He's mastered it. But not everyone is as fortunate as Shaquille O'Neal, right? And so, and navigating that is something that people, again, it comes down to coaching. You need a good coach / mentor that's done it before, that's been there, and that's taken former pro athletes and helped them create sustainable, growing businesses. And I've worked with some pretty successful big names. And yeah, it may not translate the first maybe couple businesses, but ultimately if they stick with it and then they find something that really hits, right, and then they can have a growing, nice, sustainable business. Maybe it's real estate, maybe it's consumer product, whatever it is, right? So
that and that's what I love about professional athletes, because I've helped a couple of ones with their businesses too, is number one, they fundamentally understand the power of mentorship and coaching, because they had that during their sports career. They had coaches, they had consultants, they had mentors, and so they know when they need to get to the next level, they need to get the person who's already there to just drag them up, right? So that is really, really nice with professional athletes. The other thing that I love about their mindset is they understand that you have to go through failure to meet success, right? There are very, very few professional athletes that just won the gold medal in the first round, in the first battle. They had to fall, they had to try again, they had to be dedicated, they had to put on the reps. And also, the third thing I love is this ability just to lock their brain into one thing and just focus on that, like head down. I remember I helped my boxing coach. I helped my boxing coach with YouTube, and in about a year, I got him a Netflix deal. He got a role in a major Netflix series. You can search that. It's called The Cage, and it's with George St. Pierre. So you can check that. And I was telling him, hey, listen, give me 5 videos per week. And the guy said, okay, no questions, no why, no stuff, nothing. He just gave me the videos. Then I said, give me 10 videos per week. And he just gave me the videos. And when I see with people who are not experienced with this stuff, they tend to question, they tend to see, but why am I supposed to do that? Why do I have to do that? And it takes them 6 months to deliver the first thing, because there's something inside them conflicting them with doing the task. When professional athletes are hey, run for 2 hours. Okay, let's do it.
Wow, that's incredible. I just looked it up. The Cage, it's an original French title, La Cage. Yeah. It's a gritty French MMA drama series on Netflix. So so you're saying that that discipline of doing those videos turned into a Netflix deal for him, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because the producer of the show knew him, but he didn't know he was that good on camera. It's like he knew him as a friend. He met him a couple of times, but he was like, "Man, you good behind the camera. You know how to talk. You're easy. You're not stressed. You know how to move around, and you're getting tractions." And I got his YouTube channel from 0 to 1,000 followers in 55 videos. The average is 150 videos,
Wow.
right? And that also got him a deal as a sports commentator here in Canada, a paid gig for an entire season on TV. Because again, like he was talking about MMA and UFC, and people were like, man, we didn't know like you could get on TV and talk about that stuff and be professional and be funny and be entertaining and stuff like that, and they gave him a deal. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, that's some good coaching there, Riley. That's another case study that you have. I learned all about your case studies, like, pretty frequently, of all these success stories that you have of all your, engagements, man. And
I love it,
man.
I'm prepping you for then helping you running my ads. I'm just slowly giving you intel.
There's plenty to work with there. Yeah, I mean, already school is promoting you already. So, yeah,
that's nice.
I see it everywhere now. It's retargeting me.
Did you know I was highlighted in the school weekly video by the CEO of school? Because So the CEO of school, Sam Ovens.
Yeah, Sam Ovens.
Yeah, Sam Ovens. Because sometimes I send him messages and stuff like that, and everyone was talking about how school was like showing their community to Facebook, but I think nobody was really able to capture that. And like, so when my friends showed me the stuff, I made a full post, and then I tagged Sam, and then I DM'd him, and he was like, shit, okay, let me have a look at that. And because I showed the proof, I showed the elements, I showed the data and stuff like that, it's a bit meaty. He said, wow, this is a really good case of the feature, a really good demonstration of the feature. And then they do weekly videos when they explain what they're going to build for next week, how the platform is progressing, the updates and stuff like that. He just showed my post. He said, hey, look, Riley just like caught up this new feature that we're trying out. Look at what he's saying and stuff like that. And like I received like message all over the place. Man, Sam Ovens like highlighted you on school community. Like, yeah,
wow,
cool.
That's big, Riley.
Yeah,
that's big, man.
Yeah, I should probably push content about it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many creative ways to push content out, right? And always use opportunities. There's so many opportunities to create content and push content out there.
Yeah.
Highlighting what other people are featuring you like that. That's some good content.
Yeah.
And like, people always say like, oh, I don't have enough content, I don't have ideas. And like, I'm gonna be honest, like I have unlimited content, Riley. Like I have about 300 Apple Notes right now just sitting there on ice, okay, which I can just go to any note right now on my phone, I can literally like do a masterclass on any one of those notes. That's how in-depth content I have. And we all have lessons learned, we all have shared stories, and all those teachings that we can talk about. And
I do this with my startup clients when they tell me the same thing. Oh, I don't know what kind of content I should make. I have this workshop that is 90 minutes, and I sit with them and we create 100 pieces of content in 90 minutes. And they go nuts because like I have an algorithm to make like to really be mechanical and extract as many content as possible. We use zero AI. It's just like me and them talking, and as they're talking, I'm taking notes, and then I'm like, yep, look, this is all the content you can do. So if you think you have zero content, it's just because you never talked enough with people. Because like a good piece of content is, you see the story that I just told you, Justin, about the person I just met at the airport. Your reaction just proved to me that it's a good piece of content. Yeah. I told you this anecdote, and you were like, oh wow. I'm like, okay, I should make a piece of content out of it. And so content is essentially have conversation with friends, and if they have reactions, positive or negative, that's your indicator for content.
Yeah, 1000%. Yep.
Yeah.
So cool, man. Well, I think we got to wrap up here now. I'm getting some calls here. So
yeah, I'm so sorry you're getting calls. Man,
Uh,
this is our longest live, and we have 53 live viewers.
wow. All right, guys, drop some comments down below here. Come on, let's see who's out here. We got Michael, we got Sharon. Let's see who else is out there.
We made zero announcement. We made zero announcement about this live. We just went live, and we have 53 viewers. I'm pretty sure that if we make a little bit of promotion around this, we can blow it up.
Oh yeah, 1000%. Yeah, 1000%. We'll be repurposing the short form clips because short form is big. So yeah, before we sign off here, Riley, what is your offer? How can people work with you? Would you mind sharing that?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing it. So I run something called the SaaS in Startup Kitchen. It's an accelerator program where I basically become your co-founder with unlimited coaching, mentoring, consulting. I go on the sales call with you. I do the sales call with you. I do the customer call with you. I do the user testing with you. I co-write the content with you. And the goal is to take technical co-founders, not limited to, but I mostly focus on technical co-founders, is to get you from 0 to revenue. So if you have a startup idea, if you don't have a startup idea, and mostly if you want to exit your job, or if you just want to do something that is a bit more exciting, you reach out to me and we build this 90-day plan and we work together. It's called the SaaS and Startup Kitchen. I gotta say, I reject 80% of the candidates. My selection process is very, very strict. So keep in mind that's that. Outside of that, I give away my content and my knowledge for free. Check out my YouTube account. It's that name, Riley Giles. I also share my knowledge and experience on LinkedIn. I also have a newsletter. So if you want what's in my head, you can get it for free everywhere on the internet. But if you want those little hands to apply this to your business, show me the American Express. Justin, you dropped an offer earlier today. I have 54 people listening. Can you say that again? Can you show that again? If you want to bring up the slides, I will get you the screen sharing. But guys, I have to say, get that little Amex right now because you're going to need it.
Yes, let me pull this up here. Thank you for that, Riley. And guys, take advantage of Riley's offer, guys, to work with him because listen, he's downplaying this guy. If I'm the revenue Ronin, okay, Riley is the sales samurai. Okay, he is the sales samurai. Let me tell you guys right now. Okay, I've been talking to him on the back channel, and we're cooking up some things. As founders, as entrepreneurs, we're always cooking. Okay, we love to cook. We love to cook up a new offer, a new strategy, a new tactic. And listen, Riley's he's downplaying his sales samurai brand. Okay, he doesn't know it yet.
I should totally rename it. Ooh, clients, Justin.
Now. They're like, Justin,
hurry up.
Now. We need the Ronin right now. We need Riley right now. Let's get him on the call. It's happening live. You can hear it coming in. So, okay. So while I'm pulling this up, though, I do want to highlight something about your name, your last name, Giles. Okay? So, and I don't know if you put two and two together, but I want to expand on this for 1 second. So Street Fighter, for those of you who used to play Street Fighter, there was a character called Guile. And Guile, he did the Sonic Boom, okay? The Sonic Boom. Now, Riley's name, he always says Boom in his things. And he has the last name Giles. So Riley Giles, the Sonic Boom guy, is here right now, okay? I didn't make that connection until right now. I was like, Guile. Oh, Guile from Street Fighter.
You opened my eyes. I didn't even realize, but that's true. I always say Boom. That's my introduction. Oh, man.
My gosh, I can't believe this. Like, this is a full circle moment for me here because I was a big Street Fighter guy. Mortal Kombat, I mean, Tekken,
Wow.
even back to my Nintendo days of Contra. Okay, Contra, like Nintendo. And I'm telling you, like, Mortal Kombat, that was my jam. Tekken, that was my jam, and Street Fighter. Those were my 3 jams right there. And now it just made sense. Wait, Riley says boom all the time. Guile is Sonic Boom. Oh my God, I have to say this. So yeah, Riley.
You got it into my head. You got it into my head. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna find the audio track or stuff like that. I'm gonna put it. I love it. It's so good.
And what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna do some graphics for you, and I'm gonna have my graphics team. Yes, I'm gonna have my VA help with something. So, guys, get out your American Express. Get ready, because this offer right here. Let me just tell you, this is an introductory offer to work with me personally in San Diego.
Get your Amex.
Riley's all ready to go here. So you guys take out your credit cards. This is going to be one of the greatest investments you'll make in yourself and your business for this year, if you guys are open to this. So I'll tell you the price. It's $4,997. Okay, that's just under $5K. Paid in full. There's no payment plans. I'm not going that route. Okay. This is the Revenue Ronin Millionaire Mastermind. 1 day, 10 operators. Everything changes, and we're gonna set you up for success, right? So 3 day, 3 experiences. The AI First Business Masterclass, full MBA level, 90-day sprint build out at our studio in Escondido. It's a $300,000 studio at my friend's studio. We're gonna record your content. We're gonna do an MBA level workshop in person. You're gonna get the content. You're gonna get the plan. You're gonna get the system all in 1 day. You're going to have a rooftop mastermind dinner with me and my team as well. And as a bonus, I'll put you up in a hotel room for 1 night. Okay. It's not going to be like, a 5-star, but it'll be like a 4 or 3-star. But that's what you get all in 1 day. Again, Studio A, Studio B, filmed content, podcast style, short clips. You'll get the content. You'll have your content for the whole month that you can schedule out. Again, content is your oil for the engine. Full day AI Business First Masterclass, $3,000 value, a dual studio content production, 30 pieces of content, the rooftop mastermind dinner with me personally. It's a nice place. The Revenue Ronin OS. I'm giving you the system. I'm giving you the Revenue Ronin operating system. I'm giving you 1 year membership to the Warrior community, right? 1 year membership, a 90-day alumni accountability group. So total value, 11 to 13 grand. This is a $13,000 package, and it's just yours today with just one-time investment of $4,997. So that's what the offer is. So scan the QR code right now. Take advantage of this. I'm limiting it to the first 3 people. I don't want to do more than 3 because I want to make sure that every single person that takes advantage of it gets the outcomes in 90 days, right? 90-day sprints. And you can see it scans. It takes you to the payment thing, the payment link. So the tech is working. So take advantage of this, guys. This could be $10,000 next year by this fall, right? This can potentially be $10,000. It's only going to keep going up based on supply and demand of my time, and also client engagement work that I have ongoing in between these live in-person 1 day masterminds. So yeah. Look forward to having you guys aboard here. Take advantage of this now. And if that doesn't work for you, then we have other $997 for just the Revenue Ronin OS, or you can become a Ronin in the community. So yeah, back over to you, Riley.
Boom. I should have said Sonic Boom. Right. This is gonna be my new gesture now. Boom.
Boom. Yes, love it. And Riley, these are coming to you too. These wristbands here. So we got the Revenue Ronin wristbands, guys. They just came in for my conference, my keynote. The Revenue Ronin for Ronins only, right? You have to be a Ronin member, the Revenue Ronin, and then it says discipline, data, results. Right. This is going to remind you on the journey. Right, discipline, data, results. This is going to remind you on the journey, and how I came up with these is in the personal development space at T. Harv Ekker's Peak Potentials training, which I used to work for Harv. We would put these rubber bands on our wrist, And anytime we would have negative thoughts or, something that, was not serving us, we would just flick the rubber band, and then it would remind us that, oh, that's painful. We don't want pain. So we need to break out of those habits, those non-abundant thinking habits. And so the same thing here is this to remind us that the ethos is discipline, data, results. Right? There's no ego, there's no emotions. It's discipline, data, results. So those will be shipping out to all Ronins in the next couple weeks here. I'm finalizing, address information. So make sure if you're an active Ronin, shoot me your mailing information in the DMs, and I'll make sure I get you your wristbands. So yeah,
I love it.
Good stuff.
I love it. These are memento moris. Remember death. Very, very classic way. These were used by Roman generals when they were coming back victorious from the war, to remember that they could be the slaves, and so they had to keep the learnings in their head. Memento mori. I love that. Justin, this was a crazy 1 hour session. We had 61 viewers. Yeah, in video we broke the record in video. This is crazy. I'm telling you, if we do longer sessions, we're gonna kill it. But it's always better to end on a high note. So I want to give you the final word of the day. What are the 4 things that we need to remember at the end of our lives?
Yeah, guys, at the end of our lives, we'll ask ourselves just 4 simple questions. Did I live? Did I love? Did I matter? And did I make a difference? Until next time, keep making a difference. Build that mind, build that business, build that bank account, but most importantly, build that legacy. So stay healthy, stay hungry, and stay humble. And we'll see you guys at the top. Much love.
See you on the next one. But until then, Sonic Boom.